cook in the kitchen.
Hey now.
You're an all-star.
Oh, yeah. Hey now, that's what Howard Stern says when he starts his show.
Hey now, or you're an all-star?
Or
I don't
hey
know
now.
anymore. I think he says, hey now. Hey now.
Okay. I was doing a Smash Mouth thing.
Yeah, I love it. It's perfect. All right. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
This is no suggestion. Oh, I can't hear myself. Hold on.
I can hear you.
Hold on.
That helps.
Get myself right here. Okay, yeah, I can hear myself better. This is no suggestion. I'm Ralph Jean Pierre.
Hello.
Co-host Christopher Morucci is here.
Hi.
Captain Kirkley is back for the second time this month.
Pew, pew.
Bow, 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 bow. And we have Kelly. Kelly, tell us your last name.
Agathos.
Agathos.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Are we following each other on Instagram?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Precious gorgeous, right?
Yes.
Ever since 2022, apparently.
Okay.
Ever since. That's so
Very
funny.
good. Oh my God. What's happening? And this is no suggestion. We man, I gotta let you guys know. I've started to try. I've always wanted to do this. I don't know if it's a good idea. I kind of think it's a good idea, but I am insane right now. I've started to try to get up at 4 a.m.
What?
No. Oh, I mean, I've noticed this because I get tagged in posts.
No.
I know. I said no, but then I'm like, wait, I have been tagged in posts at like 4 a.m. all the time because Ralph loves to be posting in the middle of the night.
Yeah. I do.
Is there a reason?
I think, sometimes you hear about I don't want to say high achieving people. That's not necessarily attractive to me, but just okay, I love the night. I also love the day, but I love the night. But I figure if I get up really early, I can still have a lot of the night, but then go to bed at a reasonable hour. But I can get up and have the night and then go into the day.
Oh,
You're like a reverse night owl.
yeah. Is that called a morning person, do we think? Or no, is this a different?
I think this is different because yes.
Yeah.
Here we go. I can hear me.
Yeah.
Now I can hear me. I am also big night owl, and I tried that 4 a.m. thing for a while editing a project. Would wake up 4 a.m., would edit from 4 a.m. until 10 a.m.
Oh, nice.
And then nap like you wouldn't believe.
Get that nap.
In the middle of the day.
And then just keep going. I don't know. It's tough, but it does feel right. And then the other thing is because I want to work out. I want to work out, full stop. But I want to work out before the days. I want it gone. I want it done before the day starts. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it for the Kristin just nodded her head in the affirmation and hit the microphone. I want it done and not to think about it. But I don't want to have to get up and rush. Like if you get up at 6 a.m., you got to rush into it. I don't want to. I want to be able to just take my time and get into it, and then I still have time.
Yeah, you
Does
still
this
have
make
8
sense?
hours before you have to do anything.
Yes.
It's like what the medieval monks used to do. They used to have 2 bedtimes. And one was
What?
Yeah. They would get up in the middle of the night. I don't know if it was 3 or 4 or 5, but it was somewhere within that vicinity. Do the morning prayers, do some stuff. Then there was a second bedtime, and then they got up again. And yeah,
Wow. What was the second bedtime?
I do not know. I did not have my phone. I would Wikipedia it, but I don't.
That's okay.
But I'm pretty
That's
sure
so
that is
interesting.
accurate. I remember that
Yeah.
there was something about 2 sleep cycles.
So, so does that thing, what is it, Lord of the Rings with the second breakfast? Is that real? Would you eat
Lord of the Rings second breakfast?
Is that,
Yeah,
that's,
hobbits.
okay, thank you. Okay, now I'm not crazy either. Okay, thank you. We're here on the same page.
Somebody told me about this second breakfast. I don't know.
It's the second breakfast you eat in the morning before lunch.
Hobbits ate all the time, basically. So they had breakfast, second breakfast, 11sies,
11
lunch,
Z's, that's right.
dinner, supper. There's a whole thing.
I love to eat and I love breakfast, but I'm having a bad reaction to this. I don't do breakfast twice. Get it one time, and then let's move on because it's too much of a good thing. I think. To a second
Would
breakfast.
you eat eggs for dinner?
No.
Oh, I'll eat eggs at all times.
And is that breakfast?
It's a breakfast food, but you can do eggs because I have eggs in my pad thai. That's not breakfast.
Okay. Yes, you are. You're pointing like you won, and you did win.
Yes, but I mean, I'm all about some eggs. Only scrambled or hard boiled. I don't like yolk running. But yeah, I'll take eggs all the time. Are you guys yolk people? Do you guys like the yolk burst? Yeah.
Well, eggs in general, I'm egg intolerant, so I can't eat eggs, and so they make my tummy hurt.
Oh, this must be great for you in this economy now.
No, like nothing has changed. I don't eat eggs and I don't drink, so I live
You're not
life
sitting there going,
the cheapest
can I afford
that
a
I
carton
can do.
of eggs?
Yeah, exactly. Tariffs be damned.
First of all, I feel embarrassed saying this. I don't know if it's that rare for a New Yorker, but almost every meal I eat, I want to say 70% of my meals I eat out. I'll buy on the street.
Okay.
I cook very rarely. We've talked about this before.
Yeah.
I cook. I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy cooking. It's something I'll do. I'll probably eat breakfast at home. Probably. Maybe not. But also, like if I go out to eat or if I go shopping, for the most part, unless I'm broke, which can be often. But if I'm just like cash is regular, I will just buy whatever it is I want. Groceries or food, I will not look at the price.
I have the same issue. Can I ask though, because moments of poverty really do create interesting dishes.
Okay.
yeah, they do.
Like what's the most creative meal you've ever made on like stretching $1 or out of necessity?
I've got one. Just pasta with Greek yogurt instead of cheese.
Ooh.
Whoa.
With a little bit of olive oil.
I'm having I'm not sure what the response is. My body's confused. By that, I think.
It's not so bad.
Yeah.
I mean, with like
You just want the
Exactly.
puberty
Like I didn't
again.
hate the way that it sounded, but I'm
Spices
really
and-
confused by it.
I had Greek yogurt. I had pasta.
Yeah.
I was a student. It was London in the early 2000s.
Did you feel good about it afterward?
It turned out better than I thought it would.
Okay.
I can see it. It's like an Alfredo.
Kind of, yeah.
You got your creamy protein. You get some starch from the pasta.
And then you put whatever spices there and you try and forget it's yogurt.
I don't know how I feel about it either. It doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem holy. It doesn't seem American. I think
Is it because it was Greek yogurt?
yeah, probably. There's something about because it's almost right and then it's not right and it's wrong. I don't think they'll be strange for me. I'll usually just like buy like a chicken cutlet and just eat it.
Yeah.
That I won't really go strange very often. What
I was talking about this the other day, and I go back and forth because if I'm working at a restaurant, then you get kind of addicted to your own restaurant food.
Yeah, a little bit closer.
Okay, mics, and this is an auditory format.
You're doing great.
But then you'll get home from work and have no groceries, or you don't have to make it work. And if the bodega is closed, or if the good bodega is closed, and then you got to go to the second bodega, and then
Oh no! Looks like your regular bodega is closed. Oh no! I'm sorry. You gotta come to me at the bad bodega. Meow. Yeah. That's my cat. Meow. Brian. That's my cat, Brian. It's a regular bodega cat.
Well, here we are.
Hello.
You got any Greek yogurt on you?
I got a Greek guy back there stirring up some milk.
Meow, high five.
Yeah. Brian.
What do you mean you got a Greek guy in the back stirring up some milk?
His name is Stavros. He's 78 years old.
Sounds like a lot of violation of pasteurization laws are happening back there.
Listen,
This is why you're the second bodega. This is why you're the bad bodega. This is why I never come to you first.
Bad with 2 Ds. Listen. Yeah, pasteurization. I guess, I don't know. He is an ordained minister. Stavros.
yeah, 2 Ds.
2 Ds. 2 Ds and Stavros.
You really are in the back of this bodega.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes when Brian and Stavros speak, I can't tell who's who.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah, okay. You do. We're working on it. Okay. You can't hold it together for very long.
I've been taking voice lessons.
Yeah.
Well, I am a cat person.
I just got a palm full of raisins if you want them.
I'll pass. But yeah, like tell me more about the pasteurization process, Stavros.
There is none. RFK has canceled the pasteurization. And I cook like from the old country.
Yeah.
I stir in a cauldron and I say double boil and milk curds.
You know Stavros, you can trust Stavros because Stavros is 70 years old, is an ordained minister, and has a gold tooth. That's how you know you can trust Stavros.
And apparently a penchant for Macbeth, too.
Oh, yeah, Shakespeare.
It's all classical to me.
Oh, wow.
Well, okay, Mr. Bad Bodega. Look.
You look like you're new around here. You're new to this neighborhood.
I've
never seen you before.
I am.
Get a good look at you. Hold on.
Yeah, I am.
Hold on. Let me get a good look at you. Hold on. I'm trying to lean out. Let me get a good look at you.
Jeez, people in Brooklyn really don't respect social bubbles, do they?
Yeah, let me get a good look at you. Just come closer.
Meow.
It's bulletproof.
Whoa. Okay.
Bulletproof
Leaning
one.
through the little.
It's bulletproof,
Door.
but it's been shot quite a few times.
I should be uncomfortable, but this feels like a neighborly custom. So
I'm just trying to get to know my neighbors. It's 2:30 a.m. When are we going to be strangers? Let's be friends.
Well, all right. My name is Tracy. I'm here from New Jersey.
Tracy,
Tracy.
it's our custom to offer a handful of raisins.
And a Lucy. Here's a loose cigarette.
Loose cigarette.
$1 for that.
I have also raisins wrapped in cigarette paper if you'd like one of those.
And cigarettes wrapped in raisins.
Yeah, raisin skin.
I would love a cigarette wrapped in raisin paper.
All right, there you go.
Meow.
Also, you want a half can of cream of wheat.
Pass.
Sure eyes.
She passed, Stavros.
The kids. The kids.
The kid's not gonna be able to send his kids to school.
I don't want to be rude. It's a lot of new stuff. Your bodega is full of the most outlandish products I've ever seen. So I'm just getting used to the lay of the land.
Why? You don't like the
You don't
lightning?
sound very Greek, Stavros.
Let me tell you.
I'm pretty sure he's from Tennessee, actually.
It's all Greek to me.
Yeah. All right. What's your name? Tracy?
Yeah.
All right. This is the Bad Bodega.
So what inspired you to
My name
open
is
a
Gregory.
Bad Bodega, Gregory?
It didn't start out bad.
Oh, yeah?
Just things happen.
Doodly, 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 doodly.
Ah. A fine space, a storefront from which I will begin my business.
Yes, young man, if you would like to start a bodega on these streets, you must answer me these riddle 3.
My word, sir, are you living in this space? I've purchased it. I am now the proprietor of this space. You live here?
Well, I am the guardian of the roll down
I love your gold tooth.
of the gates. It's a lucky tooth. I shine it every day.
Yeah.
And if the sun hits it just right, it will bless you with a bodega cat forevermore.
Oh my gosh, I pray for that day. I would like my own bodega cat, and I would like to someday be a true New Yorker and a true bodega owner.
Okay, great. Let me live between the roll down gate and the door.
I mean, that doesn't seem comfortable.
Okay,
sir.
let me live in the back.
Okay.
Meow.
Oh, I see. So, Stavros, is your tooth really magic?
Wait until the sun comes up.
Oh, the sun is rising. It's 5 a.m.
That story took quite a while.
Oh my God! Look at Stavros. Oh, the EBT machine is working. It's working again.
The lettuce is fresh.
No.
The lettuce is fresh. The tomatoes are gleaming, and the eggs, I didn't even see them get restocked. I'll take one of each, please.
And look, my son is back. Brian is actually my son.
Sorry, hairball. No, yeah, I've just been a child on all fours. Meow.
You know what? This has been great. I'll see you guys around.
You didn't take your cigarette.
Yeah, do you want the Lucy?
Sure.
It's menthol.
I can handle menthol.
Okay, see. That was very, very fantastical. Very beautiful. I really feel like that was like some sort of Jim Henson classic. Very nice.
Oh, shout out to the Muppets.
Are you guys Muppet people?
You bet.
Absolutely.
I don't get it.
What?
I don't get it.
Oh, here's the thing.
Don't just
What do you
Ralph,
mean
they're
you
not
don't get it?
real. There's a person that operates them.
I get that. I get that it's
okay.
puppetry. The humor, I think people are very
Herdy-burgy-furky. What don't you like about Herdy-burgy-furky?
It's never a hit. It's never been I don't know. I've always tried to like it. In my house, when we were kids, we had a Muppet Christmas Carol. Apparently, it's some sort of classic.
Yes, it
Fire.
is.
Favorite
my
film.
God.
The two old guys, Marley and Marley. What? Marley. Woo!
I watched it so many times
And
to
it
just
Didn't penetrate.
straight face. I just couldn't. And I was a child. I was the
You were the Statler and
demographic.
Waldorf of watching the Muppets.
I guess so. Is that some sort? Is that the?
Those are the
Those
two
are the
old
two
guys.
old guys
Yeah,
that
yeah.
are mean and watch from the back.
Oh, so you watched it with that energy.
Yeah, I did not get it. I mean, and I grew up. There was a cartoon when I was a kid called Muppet Babies that I would
Oh,
watch.
Yeah.
Muppet Babies.
Ralph, you're singing the theme song to a show that you didn't like or get?
Listen, I didn't have cable until I was about 14 or 15 years old. So most shows I didn't like.
Okay. Yeah.
I spent pretty much my whole life just waiting. It was
List
90
off all the other ones you didn't like.
everything. I only like two things.
Okay.
Two things. I like let's say four things. There's four things that I like.
Okay.
Two of them
Give us 8 things that you like.
there was just four things
No
that I
one
like.
expects a
Everything
Spanish
else
Inquisition.
everything what is that for that? Oh,
No
that's
one expects the Spanish
that's Monty
Inquisition.
Python. We didn't get Monty Python.
I was making the 4 things, 5 things, 6 things references.
Oh, I don't know this joke. Okay.
Anyway, go on.
I love Monty Python. That wasn't on TV. What was on TV? No, there were 5 things. There were 5 things. Okay.
There's
There
gonna be
were
6
5
in a
things.
bit.
But no, there were 5 things.
I'm gonna give
maybe
you
6.
8.
Go ahead and list one of
I
them.
might get to 8. Okay.
List one.
Okay. I loved Mr. Rogers.
One
Good.
thing.
I
Yes.
loved Bill Nye.
2 things.
Good.
Yes.
I loved X-Men.
3
Oh, okay.
things.
The cartoon.
The cartoon.
Saturday
Yeah.
morning
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
I loved and I lived for Batman the Animated Series. That was my
Oh,
pinnacle.
that one was
everything.
great.
Okay. And
That's
then
4.
I loved
Batman Beyond.
That one
No,
was
no,
the
no.
teen Batman.
yeah, I don't fuck with that. No, there was 2 other
I
ones.
like that one.
Oh, it's become 6.
There was Bill Nye, there was Mr. Rogers, there's Batman.
Wishbone.
There was there's X-Men. Oh, Saturday Night Live, Conan O'Brien.
Okay. Copy.
Okay.
Okay.
6 things.
Those are the things I watched that I cared to watch. So that is what? That's 3 hours of entertainment. Every other moment of my life was just waiting for those things to come up.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
And I had to sit through a lot of golf,
Mm-hmm.
Xena,
yeah.
Xena.
Warrior Princess.
wrestling,
Oh.
Hercules, and Xena.
Yes.
Oh my God.
That was a Sunday
Hercules.
afternoon for me.
Oh my God. What else am I sitting through? Golden Girls. I'm sitting
Classic.
through Happy Days. I'm sitting through
Monday.
Matlock. I'm sitting through, oh Lord, it was a hell. But I just
So
I
let me
just-
ask you something, Ralph.
Yes.
Why were you forced to watch them?
I was a latchkey kid. I was indoors a lot.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't an outdoors kid.
Okay.
I like to draw. I like to read comic books and I like to draw. I'm not outside a lot. So yeah, I got nothing else to do. I just gotta sit there and wait for the shows I like to come on.
So in my childhood,
Please.
we had an Ecuadorian nanny, and my parents were very strict about how we were not allowed to watch TV. We had
Yeah.
X amount of hours. So all I got to watch was telenovelas because that's what Gladys used to watch.
That's fun.
Gladys,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Ecuadorian nanny.
Yeah,
Shout
yeah.
out.
Hey
shout out.
kids, I'm gonna be gone all day today. I'm gonna be gone. No,
Yay.
I forgot to hire the babysitter ahead of time,
Yeah.
so I just want you to sit in silence. No TV. No TV.
Well, how long you gonna be gone?
About 24 hours.
Damn.
Wow.
So, but I need you to promise me that you won't turn on the television.
Papa?
Papa.
Stevie,
Papa?
Papa?
Sally, Susie,
Yeah.
do not turn on the television. Door closes. Keys in the ignition. Drives away.
Wow. 24 hours without any TV.
Oh boy, that's gonna be
Ooh,
we gotta
ooh.
I'm putting my hands behind my back because I'm not gonna disobey.
I'm sitting on my hands.
I found the TV remote.
Oh wait,
Okay.
what are you gonna do with that?
He's never gonna know.
What are you gonna do? What,
We only live once.
What?
Come on, guys.
The mortality?
You don't feel this like deep pain in the pit of your stomach at the thought of doing exactly what Papa told us not to do.
He's never gonna know.
You don't have an internal central essential yearning to make Papa proud?
Last time Papa was here, I ate all the ice cream. What's the worst thing that happened? I got grounded for 2 hours. Big deal.
Clara, you're a rebel.
Yeah, this
It's
is
Susie,
classic
but
older
thank you.
sibling move.
No, it's Susie. I thought you were Clara. Susie, you're too rebellious.
Guys, as your older sister, I think you gotta grow some balls.
Ring, ring, ring. Ring, ring, ring. Ring, ring, ring. The landline is ringing. Ring, ring, ring.
Susie picked it up.
Yeah.
Just a reminder, do not turn on the television. I love you. I love you all.
Okay.
I'll see you. My interview at the circus is running line.
Susie,
Yeah?
you heard Papa. Papa called in to check on us because he loves us.
Papa loves the circus more than he loves us.
Oh,
He has work at the circus. He has a business to attend to. And
Come on, guys.
I admire Papa for following his dreams.
What about our dreams? What about our dreams? We can finally watch whatever we want. What, you want to watch Hercules one more time?
No.
You want to watch Muppet Babies one more time?
No.
Come on. We can watch Saturday Night Live tonight, and they're going to say all the bad words. Turning on.
Well. That's right. It's me, your father. I recorded a video of me acting out all the shows on television because I knew
Hold on, wait a minute.
none of you would
Fast
be able
forward,
to.
I want to see him act out the shows. I want to see Papa act out the
What
shows.
show are we stopping on?
Muppet Babies.
Hey, Kermit.
This is even worse than the real Muppet Babies.
What?
Hey, Kermit. I'm a baby and you're a baby. I remember always listen to your father.
Papa must have hired at least 17 actors to do this video with him.
Hey, guys. Do you ever wonder whether Papa could put in the same amount of effort into hanging out with us as he does with hiring 17 friends to make a fake video to teach us about obedience?
I think it's beautiful that he's following his dreams.
Mr. Freeze, it's me, Batman, from Batman the Animated Series. I'm just telling you that you should listen to your father.
Papa shows a creativity and ingenuity that reminds me of the film Be Kind, Rewind.
But what is it saying about his relationship with us, guys? Really? This
I know
this
I'm the
seems
youngest.
normal?
I know I'm the youngest. And I know that it
Yeah.
doesn't always matter
Noogie.
what I say. But I just want to say that Papa put in like a lot of time on these things, and quite frankly, his use of Miss Piggy's accent is quite reflective of a lot of. I feel inspired.
All right, everybody. I'm Conan O'Brien, and I'm welcoming you to. Sorry, Jay Leno. Oh my God, you're taking the show back? What?
Oh, Papa's references are really dated.
Yeah.
I think you guys are sheep.
Susie.
I'm done with this.
Susie, don't. Please.
You can all be latchkey kids. I'm going to go out and see the world.
Don't abandon us like the oldest sister in the Wonder Years. Stay with us.
Or like
Don't leave with your boyfriend on the back of a motorcycle.
That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave with my boyfriend on the back of a motorcycle. And you know what? You can come with me.
Really?
Yeah. The motorcycle's really big, actually.
Hey, Kermit, just a reminder that anytime you ride on a bicycle or a motorized vehicle with two wheels, wear a helmet.
He's basically just doing the same voice really every show, if I'm honest.
We went back to Muppet Babies.
Guys, this is your choice. This is your moment. You wanna have an absent father who wants to be respected and obeyed even in his absence, or you want to go out there and make your own fortune.
To be fair, Papa is auditioning for the circus, and I don't know if that's always respect in absence.
Papa paid me 17 cents an hour to swipe right for him on Tinder for hours.
Tinder.
Yeah. He's paid me 17 cents an hour.
I didn't know that Tinder already existed in this timeline, but great.
Yeah, it's a prototype scene. It's in beta. Beautiful. Yeah, Kelly, you grew up in New Jersey?
Yeah, I was born in New Jersey. I lived there till the age of 7.
Okay, and then where'd you go?
My family moved to Brussels, Belgium. I went to high school there, and after that, I went to university in the UK. But I'm Greek originally, so I know, just
You got a lot happening.
I know. I did live in Greece after university for a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting because a lot of places feel like home, but also nowhere quite feels like home. And
Yeah.
And you said that your dad was a professor, so he's an academic.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what prompted so many moves?
Yeah. He was at Rutgers when he was here, and then he was at Université Catholique de Louvain when we were in Belgium.
That was the most beautiful thing I've ever heard, and I didn't know what it means.
Yeah.
Catholic University of Louvain. It was a French one because the Belgium, the country, has 2 languages. It's a bit like Quebec and the rest of Canada.
Yeah.
So they like to say the things in the language that it is, and that university split back in the 70s, I think, or 60s.
Oh, wow.
It was one university, and then the Dutch language part split from the French, and they drove them out of the city, and they had to create a whole new city.
Whoa.
That was the francophone part of the university. Yeah, that language feud ran deep.
I feel like this is up your alley, Kristin. It feels like you're like a history buff and into like civilizations.
Yes, like the language stuff. Like I'm reading about Hungary, and they had like a whole language like Reformation because it's like language is the culture. And then, quite frankly, we were talking about monks earlier, and monks are also protectors of the culture, the language, and they brew herbal beer.
Herbal beer?
Herbal. Well, no, like
Sorry.
what's the chartreuse? Okay, but here's how I connect to that is
Okay.
because it's Europe be worn torn. We forget how much the landscape, not just from like the 19th century, but the 18th century and like going all the way back. And I do like the idea because like for a university to like break into, that means that a bunch of professors who are probably a bunch of nerds are like constantly fighting with each other. And it just got so intolerable in the break room that they said, we have to found a whole new town.
Mais oui, y a pas de quoi. Qu'est-ce que tu veux, toi? Tu veux qu'on fasse les mêmes choses que toi? Quoi? You will not even speak in the language. Are you so intolerant of the language?
I am not necessarily intolerant.
Alors parle en français, putain.
Hey, what's going on here in my saloon now? What's happening in here in my saloon?
I am trying to defend the French language. What do you think I'm doing? Just because we're in a saloon in the Wild West, this means we do everything in English?
Yes.
Or not
I'll
even
say it.
English? What is that? What is
Order a beer. Order a beer.
Calvin, for as long as that I've been coming here, I have known this to be a civilized institution.
Yeah.
And then we got Frenchie showing up over here wanting to parlez-vous this and parlez-vous that. You know what? We're a community here. And we like to understand each other.
Okay, I will community your ass with this revolver. Donne-moi une bière, putain.
Whoa.
I got it.
We all have guns.
Hey, Frenchie, all right. I got an ulcer.
You want to have 2? I can make it happen.
Listen. Here, how about, let me propose this. You know, we have a conflict going on. We got a lot of guns waving. point in a lot of ways. I don't want to pull out my gun. Let me propose this.
You can't pull it out. I will stop you before you pull it out.
I
So
won't
what are you
even
trying
try.
to do?
I won't even try. Let me make a proposal. Give me a second to make a quick proposal. Okay, this is my saloon. Do me the courtesy of letting me make a quick proposal.
This is not quick, huh?
Let me just make one proposal.
Just make the fucking proposal or else I'll blow your brains out or give you a second ulcer. Qu'est-ce que tu veux?
Give me.
My
the-
trigger
give me
finger
the
is
grace.
getting tired.
Here we go. Here's my proposal. Real simple, real easy.
Oh, I
Order a beer. Or just order a beer.
I will, en français. Une bière, s'il te plaît.
we don't have French beer.
Well, yeah.
I'm still.
You shot holes all through my 10-gallon hat.
And also all your barrels of beer.
All right, everybody, grab a cup.
Scene.
Man, I was really enjoying being that guy.
Yeah.
Something about his ulcer felt comforting.
And that's the opposite of how I feel about ulcers.
I've never had one, but
I was too trigger happy to let him go on.
let him die. Let him die. Let him die doing what he loves.
Wild, Wild West.
Ulcers can be fun.
Do you, what language do you feel most comfortable speaking at this time?
English, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, I was brought up bilingual, but my job is in English. I travel to go to do improv abroad.
Yeah.
So usually it's English. But I do teach and perform in other languages too. But the
That's
most
amazing.
comfortable is English.
Yeah, when you leapt into that French, it felt like you were like, oh, I'm dying to perform in some French right now. Do you do a lot of improv in French?
Not a lot, but I do improvise in French on occasion. Yeah. There's a very, very vibrant Francophone scene in Brussels. So there's a lot of French groups.
I don't often feel this way, but I've never felt more American than I do now. Just like, I do it in English. That's what I know.
I know. I can barely improvise in English, so there's that.
I speak another language, but I'm
Which one?
so out of, it's Creole, which is like
Yeah.
Pidgin French. It's from Haiti. And I don't know if other countries speak it also, but I probably, when I was younger, probably could have improvised in Creole. I probably could now, but not very
Could you say
well.
a phrase?
Qu'est-ce que ça ouvre le midi?
Oh, what does that mean?
What do you want me to say?
Oh, yeah. I heard.
D. Yeah,
Yeah.
D. Say, yeah.
Qu'est-ce que ça ouvre le
You know what's interesting though, Ralph? Sometimes when you perform in the language you're bad at,
Yeah.
you can be such a good improviser.
I believe that.
Because you have to be so present.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have to be so focused because you're trying to get everything and you have to try extra hard because it's the language you're not so good at.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then when you want to express yourself, you don't have all the words. So you emote more, you play with your body language more,
Ooh.
you're more
Kristen
physical.
raising their hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I have this beautiful relationship with a coworker. This is at a restaurant. We got maybe not entirely bilingual staff, but we've got a dishwasher who only speaks Spanish. And the two of us are like, and I'm always like polishing. So like we do, I have other jobs, but in this job, I'm always like dealing with dishes, and then he's coming in and he's like, sorry. And I'm like, oh, lo siento, I'm sorry. Whatever. The two of us we do not have enough words in between us in English or Spanish to like properly communicate without Google Translate. But the will inside of us to speak to each other, it's like little babies that kind of just like babble or like come out with syllables, but you can tell that they just want to communicate. And it's like, we look into each other's eyes and then we start trying to say a sentence. And as we're saying the sentence, we realize, you know what? There aren't no amount of talking will solve it.
I wonder what the quality of communication is between you guys, how fluent you're able to be without speaking each other's language. And I'm sure over time you pick up certain things from each other. But I wish I could observe that and see how fluid that has become.
I am highly verbal, but not quite bilingual. And and when I am in situations where there is another language involved, I start throwing in a high school French. I technically have a minor in the French language, but like, God forbid I open my mouth to speak it.
That's so my mom and my dad, at some point they moved to Ecuador. Cause again, my dad's job. So at some point he was at a university that had been founded in Ecuador, and they had some foreign professors coming in. And my mom was just like you, Kristin. It was so much fun to watch her because she had done some Spanish at high school, but it was not enough to get by. And it's very interesting because she and my dad are very different. My mom will throw herself in stuff. She'll take risks. So she was mixing in Spanish and French, and me and my sister were just enjoying it so much because you could tell that she was like anything.
Yeah.
And everyone loved her because she was making such an effort. She was trying, and they got it. They understood, because also Latin language is Latin roots. So it kind of worked. Whereas my dad's an academic. My dad is a perfectionist. So he would be better at the Spanish than my mom in terms of accuracy. But he would open his mouth so little, and he would dare so little because he wanted to be correct. And I think you can all guess who was the more popular one on campus.
Was your mom?
Oh, yeah.
I think I relate more to your dad.
Are you a perfectionist?
No.
Oh.
I'm not a perfectionist, but I don't know what that is.
I think you have embraced imperfection, but I think in your heart you are a perfectionist. Like, for the way
that's very perceptive.
Ooh.
The level to which I have this conversation with a lot of people where, like, the level to which you execute and perform, you can't not have like an internal perfectionist driving you to do it.
That's very perceptive. Yeah, I think perfectionism as a practice is counterproductive, but perfectionism as a trait or as a tendency, I think is innate, and I probably have that. Where like okay. I want to tell some. Okay, you guys ever seen suspend judgment just for a moment, but there's a my favorite, just for a moment, my favorite Woody Allen movie is a movie called Sweet and Lowdown.
I haven't seen that one.
Ever seen this movie?
No.
I don't know. I don't know if I've heard of it.
Is it one of his older ones?
No, it's for like mid 90s.
Okay.
It's a perfect film. In the film, it's the 1920s, I believe, and Sean Penn plays the second greatest jazz guitarist in the world.
Oh, that is fun.
The second greatest. And he's like a hustler and a scammer. And there's a scene where they're trying to get some cash. They're trying to just get some cash to move on to the next thing, him and his ne'er-do-well friends. So he enters an amateur night competition at some small town. And they don't know who he is. And then you see a little girl like tap dancing badly or doing a baton or something. And they're like, all right, here's the next contestant. He just started picking up the guitar. He wants to play us a song. Okay. And then you see Sean Penn is all wily, and he sits down on the guitar and he's just about to strum. And then the scene cuts and it goes to the next scene, and you just see Sean Penn and his friend run over a hill. And then a moment later, you see the entire town running after them. Okay. And angrily. And then the scene cuts again, and he and his miscreant friends Sean Penn and his friends are all around a campfire. They're all kind of beat up. And one guy goes, next time you enter an amateur night competition, don't play so good. And then Sean Penn's character says, I can't remember the songs if I don't play them well. That is me. Like if I don't do it to the highest degree it can be done, it's not worth it to do. Or if I'm not aiming at it.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. Because I just feel like I can't even remember the song. So yeah, I think that's kind of getting at. That's what it feels like to me. So yeah, I guess the perfectionist thing is, things don't feel worth doing if I don't feel like I'm gonna get. And it's not to say that it's just like it's not fun unless you're reaching for that. To just do it like, oh, I'm just gonna mess around with this. I would never do that. So that's like I think your mom sounds like, oh, I'll just try this. This is fun. I couldn't.
Can I ask you something though? Because so much of creativity and so much of discovery starts with curiosity. you have to go through the period where it is shit.
Yeah.
And you got to go through the period of just experimentation and things that lead nowhere. And I really relate to a lot of what you said, because I think that's I think that's how I started improv. I think I was terrible in my first 2 to 3 years because I have to get it right.
Yeah.
I have to get it right. This whole, embrace failure. I mean, it was lip service in my head because I wanted to be great. And I was not that great because I was so in my head. I was so focused on being good, and my ego was so big that I was not doing good scene work because I was not truly in the moment.
Yeah.
I was not okay with something not working out, and I could not see. You miss offers, you miss what's going on. You don't really because when you're in a state of relaxation where failure could happen, but you're cool with it, you actually end up doing better work. And so how does that work with the pressure? Like, how does the curiosity and the acceptance of things going awry go hand in hand with doing work that you're proud of, and feeling like you've given the audience something that that deserves to be on stage in your regard?
For me, the quality is very secondary. It's just the effort put forth. Like, I'm gonna
you can't help but try.
Yeah, I'm gonna try as hard as I can, which is painful because then you can fall really far.
I get that.
Like, there's a thing that Denzel says, which it's not really, the tenor of it is not quite my favorite, but I do agree with it. Where he says, Denzel Washington says, people always talk about a fallback plan. It's like, I don't know what that is. If I'm falling forward. I want to see what I'm hitting. And so I can relate to that. So it's not I relate to the wanting to be great, but I'm okay with, I already think it's great because I'm trying really hard and I'm learning a lot from that. And then if it's no good, one, I'm too ignorant to know that it's no good. And then two, if I'm truly enjoying it, then that's a problem with me, because I have no hobbies, because everything that's a hobby for me becomes
like a passion.
That I have to now I'm trying to do it for a living.
But what makes something no good in art? This is the thing that I always have. It's if the process is to make something, is to put all of you into it, that in and of itself is completed its purpose when it's being made. But I'm not saying that I don't think there's bad art, because I've seen stuff that I've thought was terrible. I've made stuff that I thought was terrible, but in the process of making that thing, it did complete the purpose of it being good for me when I made it, even if it was bad. Everything, if I look back at something, I'm like, God, I can't believe I wrote something that was that bad. But I look at it because that was necessary for me to make, in order for my skill to meet my taste. And I needed to make this thing to become the person that I am now, to be able to look back on it and be like, wow, that was not up to my current standards, which just shows that personal growth too.
I like the idea that I'm too ignorant to know that it's bad. I think with kind of every project or every kind of art piece that I'm walking into, the idea that you're following the curiosity of it, and my curiosity kind of takes over the fear of doing it. And then if I'm learning a skill set, it is a way to distract myself from the fear that eventually I have to put this in front of an audience. And then if you look back and something's bad, it's that learning curve that it's kind of I saved all my old artwork and all my old journals, and I look back and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. That's why I was working on, or that's while I was working on this thing, and that's while I was working on whatever.
And welcome everybody to the newest wing of the MoMA, the Noemi Kraus Exposition Room. You are here on a very auspicious date because it is the first time she's exposing outside of her home country of Slovenia.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Now, I'm sure you can tell that she had quite a prolific green period, as can be seen by the greenness of the paints.
Very green.
All the shades. Yeah. Yes, all the shades of green.
Verdant.
It's it's green.
And I'm sure Martin, our illustrious art history and residency student here, can expand on what was happening in painting number 4,
Ooh,
the
Martin.
ships in the fields.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell from looking at it that she was trying to paint boats.
He looks hungover.
On sorry, is it loud in here? I'm sorry.
1 second, please. Martin, can I have a word?
Yes. Yes, sorry.
Were you out on a bender again, Martin?
I wouldn't call it a bender, but I mean, I'm
I know
a
that
freshman in college.
I know that it's your first year in New York City, but this city takes no prisoners.
Oh.
You have to try hard, and you have to succeed.
Let go of my collar, please.
There's a patch of hair missing from his scalp.
Now, I took a chance on you, and what did I demand in return?
You demanded that I
Perfection. I demanded perfection.
Yes,
Is
sorry.
this perfection?
I'm guessing no.
I want you to go back there.
Yeah.
And recite the boats in the fields impeccably.
She's,
And then I will not give you an F on your next test.
she's only 5 feet tall, but she seems to dwarf him. My God.
We're back. So Martin was merely feeling bad, but
my
I
God.
think he has got it now.
My colleague and I are really enjoying this tour.
Yes.
Verdant.
Yeah.
It is very verdant, isn't it, Martin?
Yes.
So the boats in the fields. Go
Boats
on.
in the field. Boats in the fields. Boats in the fields. You can tell that they're there, and I know that we all know from looking at them that those boats aren't in water. I'm sorry.
Because of the green.
Yes,
The green.
yes.
I
the
love
green,
the green.
which
That part
I know.
I'm sure of the green part. I love that part.
Yes, that's really what the artist wanted to draw your attention to. I'm
Oh,
sorry. Does anyone have
you are-
like any water or something with electrolytes in it? I feel a little nauseous.
You look a little green.
I love that. I thought you were part of the
Exhibition.
exhibition. Because
Yes, we ask all our art history students to really feel the art, and
I'm feeling-
Martin is feeling the art.
I'm feeling the art.
That will be a.
You have an Alka-Seltzer tablet?
You can go to the bathroom and relieve yourself.
also, okay, just. Oh my word!
Oh, that is also green.
It is
Maybe-
It is an experiential experience at the
I
moment.
just want to say, you're doing a great job leading us. You drew blood just a moment ago when you were squeezing his arm.
Art
couldn't
takes
help.
no prisoners.
Okay.
We strive for perfection.
You technically did hold him prisoner.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm back. Sorry, wiping my chin. Speaking of prisoners, this is
That effluvia is very green.
It's very, sometimes you drink the green beer.
I mean,
Is
it's
that what's going on?
Happy
it's-
St. Patrick's Day.
yeah.
Happy
Yesterday
St.
was St. Patty's Day.
And quite frankly, if you are new to York, I just want we've really had a good time. I like the green.
Mhm.
I was really trying to get my parking validated this whole time.
This is the problem with art these days. Nobody cares. That is it. Martin, you're on your own.
What?
Are you
You're on your
retiring
own.
now?
Wait,
I am retiring from the MoMA. I've had enough.
I'm inheriting the MoMA.
You are
I'm a
over.
freshman in college.
Only the exposition
This
wing.
is so exciting. Please validate
Oh,
my
thank God.
parking before you leave.
I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll do it.
Oh, very nice. Very good. Oh, wait. There was something I just wanted to say. I was really enjoying this conversation about
Perfection.
about perfectionism. How about you guys? Do you identify? Where are you on the spectrum of perfection?
Spectrum of perfection.
The spectrum of perfection.
I think I used to be very much on the spectrum of perfection, but last year I went through a bit of a burnout, and it really helped me put things in perspective and take a step back. And
So now you have a perspective on perfection.
I have a perspective on a lot of things too. But one thing I've noticed, I'd say in the last maybe 7 months or so, is that I've put, because like you go through burnout and you can't even something as simple as sending a text or organizing admin becomes a huge thing. So in order to get back to normal, whatever normal is, and be a functional human being.
Yeah.
You've got to be kind to yourself, and you've got to allow yourself to do things imperfectly. Which also, as a Greek immigrant background with a mom who was a superwoman, like it was what we were used to, like you do everything and you do everything well. So it's been a practice that is very new to me, and it kind of was very weird at first to just like accept that, you know what, you did not have the energy to work so much today. You did not have the energy to make the perfect illustration or put out the perfect copy or do things the way you want things to be done.
Yeah.
But you got it done.
Yeah.
And so slowly this kind of self-forgiveness and this gentleness started actually translating into creativity, because I felt like I'd lost my mojo a little bit, both in terms of creating new formats and new workshops, etc.
Yeah.
And then when I let go a little bit, I started feeling more inspired, and I started wanting to try new things. But because I was like, I can't go back there, I allowed myself to just like, you know what? And the curiosity, I'm going to follow my curiosity. I'm going to have no expectations. This could just be a thing I play with and nothing comes of it. But I started to, like just tell people low key, hey, I'd like to explore this with you. And they were like, sure. And through this calm, no expectations, etc., this where all of our guards are lowered and we're all relaxed, creativity, inspiration really started flowing through. And now I'm gonna go to a festival in Greece in June with a format I've never performed before.
Wow.
Based on the fact that I got inspired, I inspired some people, and they were like, yeah, let's see it. And part of me is like, oh, I really want it to be good. But part of me is also like, it'll be whatever it needs to be. And a friend of mine, a Colombian friend of mine who I was hanging out with a couple of days before, he said something really beautiful. He's currently working with a team in San Francisco on Buffon Theater. And he was telling me about the creative process of what they're doing. And he said, I believe that the show will reveal itself. The show will show itself. So it's not so much I am creating a show, but the show that needs to be created through the process, what you were saying about process, that's going to come through. And I'm really enjoying this vibe of let the show be whatever it needs to be. Let yourself explore without judgment, without too much pressure. And it doesn't mean that you're not striving to do good work. It doesn't mean that you don't take it seriously, that you don't work hard, but it means that you don't put this, it has to be this, and it has to go like that. So I'm currently embracing imperfection, and within that, I hope I will find something beautiful.
Wow. Oh, I know you will with that one.
I love Kristin. She's such a she really like I feel your energy and your support so much.
I want everybody to self-actualize, and when I hear wisdom come out of my friends' mouths, it like fills me up with so much joy that like
beaming.
Yeah.
Beaming. Yeah. How about you two? Were you in the perfecto spectrum?
Perfecto spectrum.
Yeah, perfecto spectrum.
I mean, I was raised to be a perfectionist, which explains a lot of my depression and anxiety. Also, like, I've got an athlete. My dad is like a 4-time Ironman. After the age of 58.
Ooh.
Wow.
And like, quarterback in college, all of that stuff. So, but like, and
4 touchdowns in a single game.
Well, did you look up his record?
No, that's Al Bundy. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. LOL. I know nothing about, no, I do. Yeah. No, but we're going down here. Yeah. And then, my mother, who's like she just came from like, she came from a small town. She like strived for bigger things, followed her curiosity outside of that.
Yeah.
And, but like poverty kind of necessitates a sense of perfection because if like you can't stray or like if there's no room for error,
it's got to be the best that it can be.
It's got to be the best that it can be. And then you become unrelenting on yourself. And, it's taken me years and a lot of health issues to let the part of perfectionism in me that like becomes toxic to myself.
Yeah.
It's taken me a long time to fix that. And also, it feels like perfection is a structure or a wave that I'm fighting a losing battle. Because
Totally.
I'm always in these kind of like refined spaces like ballet or whatever. And it is so obvious. I am like, there's something about my energy that is just bizarre. Whatever spectrum I'm on, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like it's just there.
I think all of us are on that if you're comparing yourself to a ballerina, just so that.
Word. But but I could be good. I could, and I have that kind of like dream in my mom's mind or in my mind from, that like I could be the best. But you know what I'm really good at is being hella funny in highly refined situations and covering whatever weirdo stuff I have.
Yeah. I am like hardcore deep perfectionist to my bones, and it was the reason why I got back into therapy was because I was like slamming my head into the wall on shit, and it would stop me from creating like the sense of burnout. That was what I had reached a point where I was like, I don't know if I could ever perform again. It was a like mixture of lockdown era, like hadn't been performing for a while, and then felt more stuck than I ever have been because I just couldn't move past the things that I was working on because I didn't like them. I hated everything I was doing, all those things. And it was what really pushed me to get back into therapy because I was so stuck. Like for me, the perfectionism became the toxic version that I was just stuck in, and it became unhealthy. And so seeking out therapeutic methods and like ways to like identify that about myself. I definitely know that is just a tendency that I have. Like I tend to be like my inner critic is hard, but in a way that like does like help me move forward in my art, help me move forward in so many ways, but it is also a hindrance to me. Like it is a natural path that I like fall down that I'm like, oh, this is not necessarily the healthiest thing for me, and I need to be aware of it. So it helped me find coping mechanisms or other ways to like approach things where it's like, if I am working on something and it starts to like, I start to get stuck and I start to continue to do this thing until I am wearing myself down, it is okay for me to move on and do something else totally different. Yes. I love, and it's also part of like the whole ADHD, ADD, whatever undiagnosed world ADHD, I live in there.
ADHD,
exactly.
I got all the letters.
I love having multiple pots going. Like that is the way that I can create and function. Is if like there's something that I really care about, I need to have another thing that I really care about, so that I don't focus. Yeah, so that I don't obsess. That I don't like stake my whole life on that one thing. And it's I know that it's a part of me that I'm not going to shed anytime soon, but I'm trying to like grow like in a way that is healthier towards it, because my tendencies are not.
Beautiful. I feel like I've grown tonight with all of you. Hey, tell us how we can find you on the internet.
Me?
Yeah.
Yes.
KellyAgathos.com is my website.
Oh yeah.
At Kelly_Agathos on Insta.
Perfect.
And Improbubble.com if you're ever passing by Brussels and you want to see some improv or take a class.
Improbubble if you're in Brussels.
Yeah, impro as in improv.
Yeah.
And then bubble. So Improbubble, all one word.
Improbubble if you're in Brussels. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What else?
I'm Captain Kirkley. Also, I want to give some love to Dirty Little Secrets improv show that's happening April 28th, Monday at 7 p.m. at the theater formerly known as Batsu, still known as Batsu, whatever, First Ave, East Village. And I'm Captain Kirkley. Also, big shout out to Lost and Found, which is a comedy pilot shot in Bushwick. You can find that on YouTube streaming now.
Woo.
Lost and Found.
I'm at Christopher Morucci. You can find me on all the stuff. Ralph?
I'm Precious Gorgeous. I'm Ralph. I love you. This has been No Suggestion.